Hey guys, it's Charlie. It's the 22nd of September, Wednesday, and the framework is in place. The agenda is set. The switch has been thrown on the midterm elections for this year, and much to my surprise and much to my horror, it is exactly the same game plan, and it's exactly the same words as we had in the 2008 election. And what I mean by that is in 2008, the enemy was the Republicans and George Bush. So anybody but Bush was the battle cry. In the 2008 election, the game's the exact same, but the roles have changed. Now the Democrats and Obama, anybody but Obama, anybody but the Democrats, let the Republicans back in there and give them a shot. And it's staggering, it's stunning and ridiculous that we would fall for this trick again. But we are falling for this trick again. People like Sarah Palin are setting the tone for this election. They're going to go out and talk about the Tea Party, and the inspired Tea Party is what's going to shape this election. Absolutely not. The neocons have taken over the Tea Party and are putting words in their mouth. She comes out in a recent speech talking about repeal Obamacare, repeal and replace. See, the key word is replace. They don't want to repeal it and make a smaller government and get the government off your back. They want to repeal it and replace it with some other piece of crony capitalist garbage that's going to still dip further into your liberties. So the fact is, the game is exactly the same. The roles have been reversed, and we're going to go headlong into this midterm election where nothing is going to be done for the liberty and freedom of the people of this country. If it were, we would hear the argument of things like, let's end the Federal Reserve. If not end them, let's at least have an audit of the Federal Reserve so we can see how much money the banksters on Wall Street have managed to graft off of this economy to make themselves healthy and whole and rich beyond belief. We don't hear that. Why? Because all these politicians voted for their crony capitalist partners on Wall Street. All of them were for the bailouts. They're going to talk now about health care. They're not going to talk about the finance reform legislation that went through, even though that gives the Federal Reserve more power. They're going to keep talking the talking points that the sheeple will glom onto and march dutifully to the poll so they can pull their lever for the right or for the left. And oh yeah, by the way, we're going to also assault the population of this country with propaganda about the end of this recession, how it ended 15 months ago, last June in 2009. Even though every single metric that you can count by, that you can track by, shows that the economy is far worse than it was in June of 2009, but the majority of the people of this country still have a job. So the majority of the people of this country are going to believe when they turn on their television and some pretty announcer comes on and tells the world that the recession is over, they're going to buy into this garbage. And the fact of the matter is, I'm going to read you a statement here that shows the true nature of this economy. And it is an economy that is in depression, and it's an economy that has a modern day bread line, food lines, that is far outpacing the Great Depression. I'm going to go ahead and read this. I don't need to tell you that our customer remains challenged. You need not go any further than one of our stores at the end of the month at midnight. And it's real interesting to watch. At about 11 p.m., customers start to come in and shop. They'll fill their grocery baskets with basic items, baby formula, milk, bread, eggs, etc., and continue to shop and mill about the store until midnight when government electronic benefit cards get activated, and then they check out starts immediately. And our sales for the first few hours of the first few days of the month are significantly and substantially higher. Who said that? Was it a manager of regional Walmart? No, it was the CEO of Walmart. In this nation today, 1 out of 6 Americans is on some kind of anti-government poverty program. Scratch that. Anti-poverty government program. Now we have the CEO of Walmart coming out saying how it's interesting how all these people are milling through Walmart at 11 o'clock at night at the end of on the last day of the month so they can be first in line to get their basic necessities. I've been saying this, and so have many other people here on YouTube, and real economists around the country have been saying the modern day bread lines are here. We have them. And now we have them, 1 in 6 of them. So when you're milling through your next trip down to Walmart or anywhere else for that matter, and you count 6 people, that next 7th person is on some kind of anti-poverty government program. It's an absolute insanity. And where's the talk we're hearing in this political season about it? We don't hear it, period. Plain and simple. We're hearing exactly the opposite. 15 months ago, the recession has ended. We're hearing national figures like Glenn Beck talking about it's time to end all this government handout with welfare and with unemployment benefits being extended out for forever. And we need to rely on hope, faith, and charity. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm not complaining about the people who are on food stamps or the people who are on welfare. The fact is, if we took the money, even half of the money that we gave to Wall Street and to other crony capitalists during this depression, we would be able to wipe out the debt of every single person in this country. Absolute insanity reigns. Nothing is changing. Hold on, because the collapse is imminent. I mean, what can they do to possibly string this out until the next election cycle? I think their game plan is to get through this election and then let the bottom fall out so they can implement the apparatus that they put in place over the last 40 years in this country. That's all I got.